Hi, I'm Chang.
Hi, I'm Vanessa, and we are the co-founders of the Golden Concepts.
How did you both meet?
I met Chang in NUS Keng Hall.
I think one of my first impressions of Vern was in hall. One of the mornings I was supposed to wake people up for early morning training, and everyone was like zombies. But when I reached Vern's room, I knocked on the door and she opened it and was like, "Hello." So I was quite shocked because who is so awake at 6 a.m. in the morning?
Yeah, I've always been a morning person.
Unlike me. But I think between us, we can work 24/7.
Yeah, that's true. And we were also classmates in NUS Business School. So we were able to work on certain projects together, and we felt that we could work quite well together. Why did you start the Golden Concepts?
We were always interested to start a business, and I think we used to discuss a lot of random business ideas, but we weren't very serious about it. And then we went for an exchange program together in Denmark.
We went to Aarhus University, which is the second largest city in Denmark, which nobody really knows about.
Yeah, but Denmark was an eye-opening experience because we saw how inclusive the society was, and we saw a lot of elderly going around freely on their own, independently.
When we came back to NUS, we started to take some social work modules and some technopreneurship modules as well, so we could do a bit of research on elderly people in Singapore, figure out how to age better, and at the same time, so aging does not need to be a dreary process.
I think a big inspiration for starting the Golden Concepts was also my grandma. You may see her on our website. She's our star model, and since the start, she's always been very independent and active, and we thought if we could do something to help her with everyday life, it would be great. So once we graduated, we started the Golden Concepts.
What were some of the challenges that you faced while running the business?
I think in the early days, there was this flea market which we took part in, and we didn't sell a single thing, and the organizer felt so bad that he bought a jar opener from us at the end of the day.
There was also this time that we were having a roadshow at Millennium Walk, and all of a sudden the pipe burst and there was just shit water spraying down on us from the ceiling.
We also had another incident at Isetan when we were having a pop-up store there.
Yeah.
And there was a fire.
I have a very, very funny photo of that one because basically it was the time before COVID, and they were like, we don't know where to get masks. So we had these free samples, right? And then Chang has to wear this super, super small one that was I think a toddler size because I have a very big head, and she was very kind to volunteer herself to wear the smaller mask, and she's a very good friend.
Thank you. I think most importantly, we share the same values, and whenever we are faced with any major challenges, we'll just focus on what needs to be done.
Challenge accepted! Sometimes the line between crying and laughing isn't very far apart, so we usually choose to laugh. What keeps you going?
Definitely when I see how our business has impacted people, especially when I see someone on the street using our products.
Yeah, we have the tendency to stalk people that we see on the street, like the guy in Orchard Road who was using our rollator.
Yeah, it's very exciting to see how far they can walk with it. So this year was our 10th anniversary, and we couldn't have a big party to celebrate, so we decided to just have a small gathering with our parents because they've really believed in us since day one.
For me, celebrating our 10-year milestone was a really good time to reflect on the past 10 years and how far we've come. 10 years ago, we were still working in Chang's room and shoving the products under the bed. And then now we have a great team. We have our own showroom, our own warehouse, and we also have proper desks in our office.
Yeah, and we're really very thankful for the support from our family and friends over the last 10 years.
It's quite an amazing journey, and I couldn't have imagined doing it any differently or with anyone else.
Aww.
Transform the heart shape.